Welcome back to week 3. The joy of driving a Pajero. Okay, while we're filling up, quick recap of the last 2 weeks if you're new. First week we took out the motor, sorting out the engine, took some parts out, waiting for new parts. We were supposed to get them this week, but there's a few of them coming from Australia and some other countries. We're in New Zealand, so not everything is, so we're waiting for some parts. Was supposed to come this week, but they said latest next week Wednesday. So week 2 we worked on the water pump because the boat was taking on water. We don't know if it's rainwater or seawater. We went and sorted that out. So the water pump is automatically pumping out because we had to go every second day to manually pump the water out, but we fixed the automatic water pump, so that was fine. What else did we do? Oh, we did some sanding. We sanded down a little bit of the bow, cleaned that up. On today's to-do list is to see if we can put a shelf in the bow that we talked about last week, to close that gap up. And then we are going to paint, so we're gonna go to the marina shop, get some marina paint and paint a little bit. The plan is to try and fix up the bow as neat as possible, and then go backwards, do the bathroom, and then start from the kitchen side going outwards. But if you're new, the whole plan is we need to move the boat by end of October out of the marina, going to the swing mooring, and then from the swing mooring we can take her out of the water. So that's our plan. Come join us. To get some few things, and then we stepped into the wallpaper aisle. So we have an idea to put the wallpaper in the front of the bow and see what are your guys' opinions, if you think it's going to work. So this is the color of the wood that we want to use in the kitchen. And then we have this wallpaper because we're from South Africa, so we maybe want to implement a little bit of Africa in the boat. And then we got this one over here, so it's wallpaper number 1 or wallpaper number 2 or where's number 3, or wallpaper number 3. So give us your thoughts, what you guys think about it, if the wallpaper is ever going to work on the boat with the damp of the water. We don't even know. But let us know what you guys think between the 3 wallpapers, which one you would have choose to put in the front of the bow, and then maybe in the front of the bow, and then in the front where the galley area is just before you go in, to maybe put a piece there as well. And then the idea is to change the mattress color to navy blue. Okay, so we got our piece of wood to finish the shelving, but it's a little bit long, so we're gonna cut it in half now to load it in the car somehow. Okay, let's see how much water the boat took in and if our solution of last week worked. Of truth to see if the water pump works. We haven't been here in a week. Okay, moment of truth. Okay, there's still a little bit of water, but at least not as much as a few times that we came. So the automatic pump is sorted. That's good. That's very, very good news for us. We can sleep peacefully. Okay, it's time to get to work. Get the power running. Not breaking the boat. Yeah. Oops.
Zo had je ingevallen. Amper.
There was a few people that wanted to know the make and the design of the boat. It is a Woollacott, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, 1976 model, and it's 32 feet, and that's all we know. There's really not much other information that we know about her. It's the basics. She was half abandoned in a way. People just wanted to get rid of her. We took over and decided to make it a little bit of a DIY project, and we really want to learn how to sail, and yep, so that is how we got her. But yet again, don't have any other information. We tried googling, trying to ask Mr. Google for more information, but didn't get much. We are still looking for a mast and rigging. So we got a suggestion to look at the scrapyards, boat scrapyards or graveyards, to see if we can find something there for her. But we're still looking. The The biggest problem, or not problem, the biggest thing that we're working towards is fixing the motor, because we need to motor out here by end of October. We have 3 weeks left. We're getting the rest of the motor parts back on next week, Wednesday latest, that we can fix the motor up, that we can motor out of here if we don't get a mast or any other rigging at that moment. But if we do get a mast and rigging, after we moved her to the swing mooring, which is just on the opposite of the bay, we will be motoring her back and then putting it on here, as they have equipment here at the marina to help us to put on the mast. But yeah, that's how the project is going. We're going for week 3. We are using as much of the electricity and water here in the marina as we can, because we have a privilege of it. When we're gonna go to the swing mooring, there's not gonna be power or anything at that moment until we can take her out of the water, but she needs to stay in the water between 3 to 6 months as club members to be able to take her out there and then fix her up properly. But that's how we're going. Okay, so we took the other shaft off that was here, and the wood that we got this morning to close this gap is too thick, so our measurements were very off, but we decided we like the open space that it has at this moment. And then the shelf that goes on top of this one, we're going to move it down to this one and just make it a little bit smaller, and then put it in here just to put basic things in it. So most of the sanding down is almost completed. We wanted to paint today, but there's still a few things that we need to get before we can start painting. So painting will maybe happen next week. Stay tuned in for that. And then we decided what we wanted to do on top of this, on top of what we were planning to do here, and we are busy making plans with the bathroom to try and figure out how we're gonna maneuver some things, and then getting wood to fix the floor. But still a lot of work to be done. Stay tuned for next week. Next week we're gonna be on week 4. Then we only have 2 weeks left before we move. Hopefully we have the parts for the motor by next week, so we can fix that up, and then let's continue.